Most people think scaling means more effort. That's why they burn out. Real scaling reduces pressure as output increases. If growth feels heavier, your system is broken. This is how wealth scales without stress. Most systems are designed for survival, not for expansion. Imagine a small car engine. It works perfectly fine for a compact vehicle, getting you from A to B. But what happens when you try to put that same small engine into a massive cargo truck and load it with tons of weight? It sputters, it overheats, and eventually it breaks down completely. That's exactly what happens to most businesses and personal systems when they try to scale. They were built for a certain load, and when that load increases, the whole thing falls apart. This overload isn't just about working harder. It's a fundamental design flaw. The system itself wasn't prepared for growth. So, where does all the stress and pressure really come from? It's not from having too much work. The real culprit is something I call decision compression. Think about your day. Stress skyrockets when you're faced with an endless stream of choices, big and small. What to focus on, how to delegate, which fire to put out first. Each decision drains your mental energy. Elite performers don't just work harder. They build systems that dramatically reduce the number of decisions they have to make. They compress their decision-making into a few high-impact choices, freeing up their energy to focus on what truly matters. How do they do this? It comes down to 3 core scaling levers. The first lever is making fewer decisions. This sounds counterintuitive, but true scaling is about removing choices, not adding them. Imagine a complex decision tree with dozens of branches. A scaled system collapses that tree into a single, clear path. It's about creating rules, principles, and automated processes so that the right action happens by default, without you needing to think about it every single time. It's about building a highway instead of navigating a maze. The second lever is creating asymmetric outputs. This is the essence of leverage. If your input has to rise at the same rate as your output, you're not scaling, you're just working harder. You're on a hamster wheel. True leverage is when a small, single input can generate a massive, disproportionate output. Think of writing a piece of code that automates a task for thousands of users, or creating a piece of content that reaches millions. You do the work once, and it continues to provide value exponentially. If you find yourself constantly adding more effort to get more results, you haven't found your lever yet. The third and final lever is redundancy. Any system without backups is fragile. It's one mistake, one unexpected event, one sick day away from total collapse. Resilient systems have redundancy built in. These are the backup systems running quietly in the background, ready to take over when something goes wrong. This isn't about being pessimistic, it's about being professional. It allows you to take risks and innovate, knowing that a single failure won't sink the entire ship. A resilient system survives its own mistakes and keeps moving forward, stronger than before. This brings us to a crucial point. Stress is not a weakness. It's not a badge of honor for hustling. Stress is feedback. It's a diagnostic tool. When you feel stress, your system is telling you that something is broken. It's an indicator light on your dashboard, signaling a flaw in your design, a lack of leverage, or a missing redundancy. By viewing stress this way, you shift from being a victim of your circumstances to being an architect of your system. You start looking for the root cause instead of just trying to endure the symptom. Ultimately, true success isn't a chaotic scramble to the top. It's a calm, steady growth curve. If scaling feels frantic, chaotic, and overwhelming, it isn't really scaling. It's just strain. You're stretching your old system to its breaking point instead of evolving into a new one. The goal is to build a system where growth feels natural, even effortless, because the foundation is strong enough to support it. But scaling reveals one final truth: why some people lose wealth after building it, and that's the last filter.